What's going on, people? I'm your host, Double R, and you're now tuned in to Retro Raw Television. So, I was taking care of some business today. I logged in online, and I came across a diss record that Cassidy had made towards 40 Cal. Now, 40 Cal initiated the back and forth by going at Cassidy for no apparent reason. In my personal opinion, I felt like it may have been clout chasing. It may have been 40 Cal was afraid of the stigma that might be placed upon him because of Cassidy's latest performances, to say the least. And he's been taking shots at Cassidy. And now Cassidy apparently is taking shots back, making a diss record. And 40 Cal is responding in I guess a video that he did on YouTube, on his Instagram. And he's just giving his take on it. So we're going to listen to what 40 Cal got to say. We're going to break it down as we go. And let's get it.
And address Cassidy when you see what's going on. I average about 53 tweets per minute, 53 seconds a tweet per minute on responses from me and his battle. So then you got Cassidy, he dropped his go left shit, right? It's cool. It's cool.
What I was looking for right there is, okay, I got some shit for Cassidy, and I know he may be about to go that route, but I didn't really want to hear nothing about, oh, I got a disaster battle, and people want to see me in disaster battle. The same disaster in which Cassidy defeated after making his debut into battle rap. You know, nobody really cares, to be honest with you. Nobody really cares about a disaster versus 40 Cal, and the people that care don't matter. You know, point blank period. Cassidy battled disaster in his first time in battle rap. In 30 disaster in which that was one of the top dudes in battle culture at that time, after humiliating and defeating the legendary Cannabis. Cassidy came into battle rap after not doing anything as far as battle rap is concerned for over a decade, you know, and then came into battle rap and he made easy work of this. Even you impersonated and used Disaster's own style against him, and which was the highlight of the actual battle. You know, so nobody really cares about a 40 Cal versus a disaster. You know, to be honest with you, they really want to see that battle to see if Diz is going to destroy 40 Cal. You know, 40 Cal was on his high horse ever since his battle with Ill Will, and I don't know why, because in my personal opinion, that was the worst Ill Will I ever heard, and he still beat 40 Cal. You know, I said that 40 Cal survived in that matchup, but he didn't even do that. When you go back and look at it, he didn't even do that. Even at the beginning, I was trying to be a little nice to him because he didn't stink up the joint. But at the end of the day, 40 Cal took on just as a dangerous opponent as Cassidy did in his debut match, which Cassidy had Disaster, 40 Cal had Ill Will, and Cassidy was very successful in his, and 40 Cal underachieved in his. So at the end of the day, what are we really talking about? Why are the people really hyping up 40 Cal? I'll tell you why, in my personal opinion, in my humble opinion, because people have some type of disdain and animosity towards Cassidy. People don't want to give Cassidy credit for shit, and they want to glorify 40 Cal for some odd reason, and 40 Cal hasn't proven anything yet. He hasn't proven nothing. And this is why I'm feeling some type of way about this situation, because 40 Cal is the poster boy, and he's the image of what today's battle rap is all about. People just being pushed because people want you to be pushed instead of your actual talent, you know, being on display and taking and running its course. People push you into that light until you go against their favorite battle rapper. Then it's a whole different story. You know, people are using 40 Cal as a way to push a narrative, to push an agenda, not only just against Cassidy, But because 40 Cal is coming into battle rap so-called humbled, and he's not coming in cocky like Cassidy did, at the end of the day, 40 Cal hasn't accomplished nearly as much as Cassidy has accomplished. And that's just fact. That's just a fact. Even in the battle rap culture, Cassidy, in my personal opinion, and everybody's opinion, beat Disaster very easily. Cassidy, in my opinion, and most people's opinion, defeat Goods. You know, the same people that have Goods beating Cassidy is the same people that are pushing 40 Cal out there and acting like 40 Cal is the best thing since sliced bread, but he haven't proved anything yet. Again, he went against the worst ill will that I've ever seen and ever heard, and he still lost. I edged him the second round, but the first and the third, he clearly lost. You know? So let's listen to what he got to say, but it just sounds like already he's about to start making excuses. When he was the one that initiated this whole thing. He was the one that started picking at Cassidy first. And then, now that shit getting a little warm, now all of a sudden, you got a battle with Disaster. Nobody cares about the battle with Disaster. Cassidy already defeated Disaster. He already beat Disaster. Cassidy wants to battle you. Cassidy wants to get something going with you. I thought that's what you wanted, 40 Cal. I thought that was what you really wanted. But see, 40 Cal is the type of dude, and I knew this, and they gonna continue to push him, but he's the type of dude that get out there and call people out with hopes that won't nobody else retaliate. See, he did all that shit for clout and for publicity, but now he see that Cassidy has gotten serious. Cassidy is calling his bluff, quite similar to the way Cassidy did Goods. Now all of a sudden, I got this battle with Disaster. People want to see me battle Disaster more. Who gives a fuck what you or the people want to see? At the end of the day, a lot of those people that want to see that don't even want to see that. They just want to do something to Cassidy despite Cassidy. At the end of the day, I would rather much see Cassidy versus 40 Cal than Cassidy versus Disaster. Somebody that Cassidy has already beaten. And somebody in Disaster that is clearly, unless he proved me otherwise, past his prime. I don't even want to see a Disaster. Disaster is still kind of nice, but I don't want to see a Disaster versus 40 Cal. I want to see Cassidy versus 40 Cal because 40 Cal is talking all this bullshit, and he came in the same route that Cassidy came in, and he has underachieved, to say the least. Cassidy lost to Arsenal, and it was bad, but it was more so what Cassidy wasn't able to do than what Arsenal actually did. But with 40 Cal came into the battle rap community and he underachieved against Ill Will. Anybody that had 40 Cal beating the Ill Will does not know battle rap. Ill Will, I would admit, that was the worst Ill Will, one of the worst Ill Wills, if not the worst Ill Will I ever heard. But Ill Will still did enough to beat 40 Cal, which is not saying too much about 40 Cal's ability to actually survive in this culture. Because you lost against a 40, and I'm being generous, 40% ill will. 40 to 35% ill will. So we still gotta see whether or not 40 Cal got what it takes to actually survive in this culture, let alone go up against the elite. He haven't even proven that he can actually survive in the culture. Right now, Swamp will kill 40 Cal, 3-0. Right now, Jada Nightwing would kill 40 Cal. Kid Chaos would kill 40 Cal. Even Don Marino. I would have Don Marino beating 40 Cal right now. I would pull Jack Boy Maine out and he will beat 40 Cal right now. 3-0. That's how much I think about and feel about 40 Cal. So y'all need to just go ahead and stop with the bullshit. Real talk. But I ain't liking what I'm hearing right now because 40 Cal was out here talking shit about Cassidy, calling out Cassidy. And the thing is, this will be interesting because Cassidy ain't got shit to do with 40 Cal ain't got shit to do what Arsenal did. He ain't got shit to do what Cassidy and Disaster had going on, what Cassidy and Goods had going on. 40 Cal is 40 Cal. He's not none of those guys. So we can't say what will happen and what will not happen. But I know I would like to see that over seeing him and Disaster, over seeing 40 Cal and Disaster. Wouldn't that make sense? Wouldn't you want to battle the guy that beat Disaster instead of battling the guy that got beat? The fans don't even know what they want. That makes absolutely no sense. To see you drop the Cassidy battle or the potential of a Cassidy battle where you're going to make a hell of a lot more money, where you're going to get a hell of a lot more exposure than you've had in your whole career. We just talking facts right now. And to battle somebody that Cassidy already beat convincingly when that guy was at the peak of his career. When Cassidy hasn't battled in over a decade. Some would say Cassidy never battled. Cassidy just did freestyles. You know, a lot of people don't count the freeway shit as a battle. You know, so at the end of the day, like, it's sounding like already he's making excuses. We're going to continue to play it. But I hate when people do that, when people talk all this shit, because that's the definition of clout chasing. That's the definition of being an attention whore. When you out here, that's clout chasing. When you out here calling people out, when you know damn well you ain't about to follow it up with nothing. You ain't about to follow it up with nothing. You called Cassidy out. You wanted it. You called it out. Now all of a sudden, you know, what's the point of having weapons when you can't use your weapons? At the end of the day, you's the one that started this. All Cassidy doing is responding to what you started. He's going off of what you started. Now all of a sudden, man, people want to see me in Disaster. Meanwhile, like, you going around trying to start up shit and poke at shit and poke at people that you really don't want no smoke with. That's what it sounds like. And I heard the Cassidy diss. I might play it, but I heard the Cassidy diss. And it's not quite to, you know, what I know Cassidy could do, but it's good enough to get somebody's attention. It's not really to my, I was trying to find the words to say, but it's really not all the way to my liking, because I know the potential that Cassidy has, and I know the level of rap that he can go to, and he has gone to. But to me, it's good enough for you. And then you are already, after you started, acting like you don't want the smoke. Let's continue.
I'm at a point where I'm like, yo, I dropped this, and niggas like, no, let the Disaster shit breathe. Then you drop the Cassidy shit.
You know why them niggas said that? They said that because they know if you take another step further, Cassidy might destroy you. Cassidy might end you before y'all even get a chance to battle. That's what I feel. Let's continue.
I had a 2-hour argument with a nigga. Yo, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? What's the point?
Why do you need to have a 2-hour argument with a nigga? Niggas tell you, they relay the message, and you take it from there. What more is there to talk about? Let's continue.
Having guns and don't use them. Fuck is you talking about? This nigga shooting. And this is what niggas telling me. They say, yo, fam, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Ain't nobody talking about that Cassidy shit, bro. I'm like, nah.
But here's the thing. You saying ain't nobody talking about that Cassidy shit. Wasn't nobody really talking about Cassidy at all after the Arsenal battle. But that didn't stop you from taking shots at him. That didn't stop you from going at him, trying to get his attention. Now you got his attention. I don't know, man. 40 Cal is doing a lot of suspect shit. He was doing a lot of suspect shit before all of this shit even occurred. But I told y'all, this nigga's a weirdo. He's a weirdo. And now that it's being exposed by Cassidy, it was always been exposed by me. But now that it's being exposed by Cassidy, somebody who has a bigger name, a bigger platform, now it's going to become ever so clearly. Something is wrong with 40 Cal. He letting these fans lie to him, and he's letting these fans gas his head up. And he's under the impression that he actually can fuck with the elite battle rappers. Not saying that Cassidy is an elite battle rapper. I'm just saying he think he actually is something. And that's a recipe for failure to me. Let's go. Let's go.
Like DNA 2 talked about it. That was a bad kind of like a example. I'm like, Gully TV put up a post. Still a bad example. It was like 26 comments. I was like, damn, fuck. Two niggas on my Twitter said something.
See, and that's another problem too. Niggas be number watching. Niggas be pocket watching and they be number watching. Fuck the numbers. At the end of the day, again, 40 Cal, you started this. You initiated this back and forth. Cassidy responded. I'm looking for you to respond back. I'm looking for certain things may not get cooking just yet. Maybe you might be the extra recipe needed, the extra piece to the puzzle needed to get this thing brewing. Of course, ain't nothing gonna really get popping if he making a diss record and all you doing is talking about what you want to do, which in my opinion, you ain't doing. You just out here talking and perpetrating. Who does that remind you of, people? The battle rappers. Out here perpetrating and selling a perception to the public, knowing damn well they not about that life. Knowing damn well they not about to follow through with none of that. If they was put in a position, and when they get put in a position to follow through, they never do. That's what 40 Cal is. So you can see how that all connects.
Looking at me like this, fun face. I'm like your fan. I gotta respond because I got a response, and they gotta hear this.
No, you gotta respond because you started it first. That's why you got to fucking respond. You got to respond because you the one that poked that bear. So now that the bear has woken up, all of a sudden you trying to create, and this is what I keep telling y'all, how niggas, they create these beefs or these problems with other people that they know that deep down inside they not about to follow through with. And then when that person calls they bluff, which Cassidy is doing to 40 Cal right now, now we have the excuses. Let's continue.
They like, yo, 40 though. 40. Let the disaster shit breathe. And don't even worry about this. So, they got a point. So you gotta understand. It's all business. It's gonna take...
What is better business, people? Battling Disaster or battling Cassidy? I'm pretty sure I ain't got to wait for that answer. Let's continue.
About a day or two for niggas to stop talking about what happened in the social, what we just...
See, he watching the numbers. Stop watching the numbers and start thinking about the commas. Stop watching the numbers and start thinking about the commas. Which is more lucrative? Regardless of what Cassidy did in the Arsenal battle, what we think he did or he didn't do in that battle, which battle to you would be more lucrative? Cassidy or Disaster? And keep in mind, Cassidy already defeated Disaster. Let's continue.
And what I just did in the social distance joint, so I'm gonna let that die down. But listen, little Barry, when I drop this, my nigga, you think that social distance shit I just did was dope? Oh my gosh. I need niggas to know.
Who said the social distancing battles and the social distancing stuff that you did was dope? Oh, let me guess. Today's battle rap fans. Okay, all right, let's go.
I'm unfuckwittable, my nigga. Don't fuck with me, bro. I does this shit, my nigga.
I'm unfuckwittable. This nigga's a cornball, people. I'm unfuckwittable. Clown, let's go.
I study this shit. I know what niggas like. I study the analytics of fire, of how to do this shit.
Well, obviously you didn't do enough studying because you battle Ill Will, and Ill Will was like 30%, and you still lost. So obviously you didn't study the game enough. And this is why I want to see the battle, because 40 Cal to me is a miniature Cassidy. He's trying to do everything that Cassidy did. He's following Cassidy's blueprint, and he's trying to challenge the person that created the blueprint. And I'm talking about the promotional blueprint, not the battling blueprint. But to be honest with you, when compared to Cassidy, 40 Cal, when being compared to Cassidy, 40 Cal still haven't done enough in battle rap. Haven't even done close to battle rap. He haven't even done close to numbers that Cassidy has done. Matter of fact, nobody in battle rap has done close to the numbers and promoted like how Cassidy has promoted. That's a fact. As far from a battle standpoint, 40 Cal has not done nearly what Cassidy has done. Again, Cassidy beat Disaster after never stepping foot on the ring. He beat Disaster on King of the Dot. And then he turned around and he beat Goods. Contrary to most belief, he beat Goods. One of, I guess, top 15, top 20 battle rappers to a definite top tier. He beat him. And then he just battled Arsenal, where he had a not so good performance. But to be honest with you, 40 Cal should be the last one to speak on something, because 40 Cal lost again to a 30% ill will. So just imagine if ill will was on his game. That would have been ugly. Fuck a dirty 30. That would have got ugly, people. Let's go.
I made this platform called Who Really Got Bars. I can't make a platform like this if I ain't got the fucking bars, nigga.
Well, that's what's going on. You don't have bars. I haven't heard anything from you yet. If y'all heard something from 40 Cal, please, I would like to hear it. Leave it in the comment section. But I haven't heard anything yet. Okay, he did. He had a couple good bars, couple decent bars in the ill will battle. But that's not enough for him to be feeling like he can talk like this. Cassidy laid an egg in Philly. Yes, he did. But Cassidy has paid the cost to be the boss. You haven't done anything yet, 40 Cal. And this is what the fuck I'm talking about in battle rap. But let's continue.
Niggas be playing with me. Ain't too many niggas that come back and
You playing with yourself. Pause. You know, let's go.
perform at this level and still drop numbers, my nigga.
Perform at what level? And what type of performance are you doing? Oh, you're right. You are performing. You ain't actually rapping. You performing. Right. You right. Let's go.
Shit ain't prehistoric. You know, only dumb niggas say that and intelligent niggas say that. That flow is nostalgic, bro. I'm not changing it for the world. You want me to drop 100,000 entendres and shit like that and rackety rap raps? I could do that dumb shit. My shit is simple.
Why you ain't done it? If you could do it, why you ain't done it? This is what I'm talking about, people. Nigga that create their own story up just to fit their ego. Make their own story in their mind just to fit the ego that the fans had created or the fans have instilled in them or allowed them to think that they somebody when they haven't even proven that they somebody or they anybody for that matter. Let's go.
This is my quote. Broken G shit. G shit broken down as simple as form. Every time you hear it. G shit broken down as simple as form. Just so that when you go back and hear the bars, you be like, oh, okay, I caught that. If you got a problem with catching any ball,
I listened to 40 Cal and Ill Will at least 5 or 6 times. It still was the same that it was at the beginning. It was nothing new or nothing that I missed or nothing that I didn't catch. And trust me, I listen to people that's way beyond anything 40 Cal, Cassidy, or any one of these people that feel like they have astronomical bars. I've listened and I listen to niggas that is just way beyond their level. You know, so at the end of the day, you know, I ain't heard nothing. Is what I'm telling you, 40 Cal. I haven't heard anything. And again, if you guys out there have heard something, please leave it in the comment section. And I'll tell you whether or not it is something. But as of right now, I didn't hear anything. So now, it's just like I said, 40 Cal is just talking out the side of his neck. He ain't really backing it up with no type of facts or logical reasoning at all. So
so look, let's go back to some shit. I'm just showing niggas, right? We gonna need that 40 Cal versus this next. We're gonna need that 40 Cal versus this. We're gonna need the 40 Cal versus this next. One more time. We're gonna need the 40 Cal versus this next. One more time.
how many of y'all out there want to see 40 Cal versus Disaster? I'm going to do a poll on my community. I'm going to go to my community and I'm going to post up a poll. How many of y'all, which do y'all want to see Disaster 40 Cal, or do you want to see Disaster versus Cassidy? And we going to do a video after I get enough votes on there. And because I can almost guarantee you it's going to be people that want to see 40 Cal and Cassidy. Because I want to see that. I would rather much see that than to see 40 Cal versus Disaster. And again, somebody who Cassidy beat after never stepping foot on a battle rap. So it is what it is, man. I'm gonna probably drop a part 2, part 3 to this joint. You know, I might not drop anything, but I'll holler.